let's stick in tier 2 here with one of Josh Allen's draft mates and another guy like Josh Allen who's looking for an extension here relatively soon. And that's Lamar Jackson. If you look at it, he is squarely in tier 2. 38 of his votes went that way. He had 16 tier 1 votes last year, only 4 this year. And I think that's fascinating. And I think it kind of speaks to where we are with Lamar Jackson, because in 2019, he takes the league by storm, right? He's the most exciting player in the league. He wins the MVP. It feels like there's this paradigm shift in a way of what we might look for at the position. In 2020, the Ravens run into some roadblocks. Teams figure them out a little bit. They hit some of the same issues that seem to plague the Harbaugh-era Niners with Greg Roman and Colin Kaepernick near the end of their time there. Now, this offseason, you bring in Sammy Watkins, you draft Rashad Bateman, and you'd hope that with a little bit more help in the passing game, with an entire offseason to maybe expand it a bit in the way they couldn't last year, we see a better version of their passing offense and a better version of Lamar Jackson. Yep. It feels like he's kind of hard to pin down right now because of this trajectory and these little vacillations, and that's why we see him in tier 2 the way he is at this moment.
Yeah, and that's the challenge. You see, most people don't think that adding that receiver firepower will fundamentally change who they are through Greg Roman or Lamar Jackson. So they don't think it's going to be a Josh Allen situation where you add Diggs and take off. They think the limitations, for better or worse, are going to be there. Let's read the definition of tier 2, because I think it fits Lamar Jackson really well. A tier 2 quarterback can carry his team sometimes, but not as consistently. He can handle pure passing situations in doses, which I don't think people think that Lamar can, and or possesses other dimensions that are special enough to elevate him above tier 3. There's no question in my mind that he has that, right? He has a hole or two in his game. And I think you can see that with Lamar Jackson. It's a little bit of a hole here, overcome by this amazing superpower that he has. And that would be the debate. Is that so special that he should just be in tier 1 anyway? When he won MVP, I think more people said, you know what? He doesn't fit your tier 1 definition exactly, but damn it, this guy's so freaking amazing in the other areas that I'm putting him there. He's the MVP of the league. What do you want? They wouldn't be able to do any of this stuff without him. But now that you see it not be quite at the MVP level, and maybe you're saying, okay, it's like once you succeed and get to a certain level, then then you're measured against that. When you come in with no expectations and you get to here, it's unbelievable. But now they wanted this, okay, well, how come you're not here with Rodgers, right? And it's almost an unfair type thing because he's 7th in the league right now. I mean, that's pretty dang good. There's a lot of guys who never higher than that.
That's where I'm sitting with this, is that it's okay to be a really high tier 2 quarterback for your entire career. Like your team can win the Super Bowl with you virtually every single year if you're a high tier 2 quarterback. And by that definition that you laid out, it's exactly what he is. Yeah. And at this point, that's okay. Also, he's incredibly young. He's very early in his career. It makes sense for him to have holes in his game, even if you think he can get a little bit better. So it's not surprising to me at all. I just think that watching where we are on him and watching the conversation change and the expectations and everything else, I think this is a huge year for their offense. Not make or break, anything like that. I'm just very excited to watch it and what this stage of him and that passing game looks like, and what this conversation looks like a year from now and next summer.
They've won like 75 or 80% of their games when he started.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
And they've been top 5 or 10 on defense, and they're a good special team. Those things help, but the offense has played a big role in that, and he's played a huge role in that. And we shouldn't forget that while focusing on why he's not in tier 1. That's exactly what you're saying.
If you look at it, I know that people treated it as though the sky was falling last year for them offensively. They were still 17th in passing DVOA and 11th in offensive DVOA overall. Yeah. This wasn't a bad offense. There were some frustrating moments because of the expectations heaped on them. Yeah. But this is still an objectively good offense that I think can get a little bit better.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. I'm anxious to see it too. And we'll see. I mean, I sort of feel like this is where he's going to be. I think
that makes total sense. I wouldn't be surprised by that at all. Maybe there's a few more tier 1 votes next year. Instead of 4, maybe it's 8. But for the most part, he belongs in tier 2. That wouldn't surprise me at all.